Hey, welcome back everyone for part 3 of my Warlock guide. This is going to include the higher levels from 30 on up to 45. I'm currently level 38, so missing some points, but I'll go ahead and give you some recommendations on where to put those points. Just to go over my build so far really quick. 3 points in Bombardment, 3 points in left click for the mantra. I use Dragon Helix with Wing Call, 4 points in Imprisonment. I have 3 points in your Protection Charm for survivability. I currently have 2 points in Leech because I was just running a dungeon previously. If you're soloing, this isn't as important. 3 points in Rupture, and that's about it. Main rotation, I use the mobile build. I like movement. I usually don't play ranged classes because I hate cast times and being immobile, so I chose to go the more mobile route for my Warlock. But if you have a different preference, you can also, spec this into Dragon Call if you want. The third point here is a little optional for the mark for 2 seconds, since your Rupture also gives mark, and so this is if you want to take it, it's okay. If not, it's fine. As you bump up to level 45, I'm missing seven skill points. 3 you're going to want to put here at level 45 when you unlock Obliterate. You're going to want to put them into Spiritualize for group. This makes Warlock the most in demand for dungeons and team play, as this is an amazing ability. It allows everybody within 50 meters allowed to use your Awaken skills. It increases your crit damage by like 50%. It refreshes all of your cooldowns for any abilities that are on cooldown. I mean, it is amazing. You can check BNS tree for the English translation for everything it does, but this is pretty much mandatory. So that leaves us with 4 skills. For group play, you're also going to want to put your third point in Leech, as this increases your crit damage by 20%. Then the last 3 are kind of up to you. I would recommend for your Thrall going 2 points into the attack 1, as this increases the duration by 8 seconds and reduces the damage they take. So this is really good for having your Thrall stay quite a bit longer. If you want, you can put some points into the Thrall's damage, since he will be around longer and be using more abilities. These are good. If you're soloing, when you use your Thrall, you can spec into a taunt, a stun, or a knockdown, so that helps you a bit. If you want to do your backdash, this does some benefit, but usually it's always on resist. So if you're just trying to get away and you're not resisting anything, these are kind of useless, so I don't have any points in there. For group play, you can do some points here, as this reduces the amount of damage taken for party members standing in the circle. As 3 points also gives back 9% of your health over 6 seconds. Mantra, this is also, if you only want to go 1 point, this is okay too. This only refunds 2% of your health over 5 seconds, which isn't much, but during solo play, it keeps you topped off. This one only allows this ability to be used on resist, which again doesn't happen too much. So if you're not going to go all the way down, only stick with 1 point here. If you are doing solo, these 2 points are really good. This increases to 2 seconds, which if your block is good, it doesn't matter. But this gives you 2% health regen over 5 seconds as well. So between this and Mantra, that's 4% of your health, which is not too bad. So that's my point recommendations up until level 45. It mostly depends if you're playing solo or group play. We're going to talk about the 2 new abilities that become important when you get to level 30 and you unlock your Leash ability. Leash is only available when the target is branded, which is the second debuff the Warlock has. The first one I talked about before in my previous video, which is Mark, or I think Target, it's called in English now, which allows your instant cast to be your right click. So Bombardment is instant cast when they're marked. Brand is a different symbol. It's a little triangle shape, and it allows leech to be used. It also has a secondary effect where some skills do more damage to targets that are branded, but you need to spend some points to get that, and the damage is very, very minor. But what leech does, it gives you a huge buff called overpowered, and overpowered is pretty amazing, and that increases the damage you do while you're overpowered. It refunds chi, and it also makes your Dragon Call and Wingstorm instant cast. So having this is really nice, but it is on a 45-second cooldown. I believe Dragon Call reduces it by 1 second every time you use Dragon Call, which is nice, but usually you only use this against bosses as it's such a long cooldown, and the buff only lasts 12 seconds, and most mobs die relatively quickly. Alright, so here I'm just going to show you what brand looks like. It's a little triangle shape that'll be above their head, and it'll also proc leech, and I'll show you how that works as well. So we're going to do tackle, see the little triangle mark, there's leech. And I did not get the leech buff, sadly, as for some reason if an ability kills a mob, you do not gain any effects of that ability. So you see it went on cooldown, but I did not get the buff. This happens, I'm not sure about other classes, but for Warlock, all of the abilities, such as Wing Call, if it kills somebody with the hit, you won't get the Demon Orbs, or Dragon Call, if you kill it with the Dragon Call, it doesn't reduce the cooldown if you use Demon Orbs. I don't know why it's like that. It's really annoying, but I guess that's how the game is coded, maybe. Alright, so when this cooldown is up, I'm going to take on this boss and kind of give you a walkthrough of how I do it. So I'm going to summon my demon first. I'm going to cast Wing Call. He's going to charge me, so I'm going to... He does 2, so if you block with 1 during the rush, then he'll just cleaver you and knock you down. So I'm just going to use this to get away from both of them, as your Quell only blocks 1 attack. After this is going and he charges me and I deal with that, I'm going to shackle and imprison him to reset the cooldown of this. And generally is just to use this as much as possible along with Dragon Helix. Whenever these two come up, use them, and obviously when your Thrall's back, you want to use that. So here we go. And luckily I did enough damage. I completely bypassed the charge and knockdown phase. I forgot he does throw a bomb at first, so that's what my Z went towards. These things quickly. So, and see mantra, you can see my health is back up to full, just attacking those things. Oh, for some reason my Z didn't go off as I wanted to. And that's just the general rotation. Yeah, I'm pretty low. I was like 88%, so just attacking all these things, keep mantra up, getting my health slowly. It's really not bad for soloing dungeons.
어트랙션 테스트가 시작되었습니다.
You can also backdash out of that, the knockdown after the charge. See the brand mark up close right there? So Warlock is pretty nice. I mean, they are super squishy, but as long as you know and avoid damage, they do really incredibly burst damage as long as you're appropriately geared. You can use them to
어트랙션
regain your
퀘스트가
focus.
시작되었습니다.
And there you go. So, not perfect, made a few mistakes, but trying to pay attention while recording and at least provide some commentary. But that's how I play Warlock. If you have any questions, leave me a comment or send me a message. Thanks for watching.